We have talked a lot about all this wintry weather that we're dealing with, and we can all agree that when the winter months come around, it tends to really dry out our skin, our lips, everything. So we certainly can't forget about our hair. Here to give us some winter care tips is the hair scientist, Erica Kane. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Detroit.
You got the green memo. I love that. So we are matching. Talk to us a little bit about some of the challenges during the winter months.
Well, what we want to talk about mostly is why is it dry during the winter months, and it's simply just because cold air holds less moisture than warm air. So the why is what you need to start with, and then you'll understand the how.
Okay, so when you say you are the self-proclaimed hair scientist, tell us, what does that mean? You're not just a hairdresser. I mean, you take it to a whole other level.
It's just about really making sure the client understands the service they're getting, the products that you're using on them, and education and product knowledge.
Okay, so when it comes to education, what's the biggest mistake that you find people are making? During the winter months specifically.
During any month, to be honest, but mostly during the winter, it's just not reading the back of the bottle. We're not really doing product knowledge. So many people are putting products that are supposed to be on damp hair, on wet hair, or on dry hair, or dry hair that's supposed to be on wet hair. So if you simply just turn the bottle to the back and read the product before you use it, you would have better results.
So do you have your list of go-to products that you feel like you recommend over and over? I'm sure it's different. You have to kind of tailor it to everybody who comes in for their specific needs.
I do. Heavily moisturizing shampoos, for sure. Everybody can always benefit from a moisturizing shampoo. I am a Paul Mitchell girl.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. Okay. So,
yes.
So you go to Paul Mitchell?
Yes, I went to Paul Mitchell. I graduated from there, so that is the product line that I do use in my salon most often.
Okay.
It has great moisture. It has a full line for everyone, so that's why I love that.
So that's your go-to line. And I know you shared a couple of winter hair care tips for us. You mentioned choosing like silk or satin hats, scarves, hoodies. Why?
So a lot of wool and cotton, think about a towel. A towel is absorbent. It is meant to dry you off. So the key word is dry. So those things tend to absorb the moisture, so we want to do things that will kind of keep it on you. So we want to use something like a satin headband versus a cotton one.
Okay.
Or a satin scarf to maybe line your coat and then put on your scarf. Or put your scarf on that may be wool and then line it with a silk or satin scarf. So you're still warm, but you're protecting your hair from maybe matting up or friction and dryness.
And we noticed, a lot of folks this time of year, in fact, we did a story about it yesterday, dealing with so much static, right, and split ends. What can you do to kind of combat that a little bit?
Well, the first thing we do is actually how to properly hold a brush and brush your hair properly.
Because surprisingly enough, a lot of folks don't even know how to do that.
They do not. If you're looking at a brush, if you're looking at it this way, we have rows. A forest, and if you're looking at it this way, we have rows.
Okay.
You would rather run through a row because you can see straight through it. So that's how you're supposed to brush your hair.
So essentially up and down.
Up and down. So if I can give a slight demonstration, if that's okay. I have my little mannequin here.
Brought your little mannequin in.
She look a little bad, but we're gonna get it together.
It looks like she's been wearing a wool hat.
Exactly. So if I do this, you see how her hair is getting stuck because I'm holding it like this. But if I turn it this way,
you should be going up and down.
Up and down, she gets instant detanglement. So that's going to stop you from having split ends and everything. So then you can actually apply your product properly and evenly throughout the hair.
And you mentioned that you work with all age groups, parents, I'm sure, bringing in a lot of kids. Where can folks find you?
They can find me at the Lab Salon, which is located at 18940. West 7 Mile, and you can also find me on hairscientist.com and on Instagram at hair_scientist.
All right, the Hair Scientist. We can find you on West 7 Mile in Detroit. You are definitely busy these winter months. We appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.